Hello, hello, everybody. Just jumping on real quick to finish out a couple handfuls of free readings from this evening's session. And so there's no chat in this one. I'm not taking any new requests, but I'll be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you'd like to join me then, I shall return. So I will, after I finish here, put a link, not a link, a list at the pinned comment of trying to do two things at once, not doing very well, listing the order in which the readings were completed here. So I finished a lot in the evening session, but I still had quite enough where I felt I wanted to come back on and finish these out. So we'll jump into it. So let's see here. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna use the Sanctus Concordia Tarot deck. And if you guys love this deck, the Christopher Lee does offer 10% off. There's a link in the description box of the video if you're interested. I just want to jump to these and use these. So, Becca, we had left off with you, and you were wondering if you could see if you made the right choice by cutting off your toxic relationship with your mom because she was toxic and guilt tripping you all the time. All right, let's take a look here. Was it for your highest experience to cut off Mamacita? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about the situation. All right. Oh. well, So we've got the Lover's card, which is about important relationships, and we have got the Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So I know, Becca. So there's some things to learn through the situation and realizing that you chose your mama before you came down here to be your mother. What? Why would I do that? Am I a masochist? But you know, we the characters we choose are very different than the actor behind the characters. Behind everyone is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And people play some pretty big parts in our lives as villains, because we wanted to experience what does it feel like to be a victim? Well, I need a villain. And then also maybe I want to feel rescued. So I need a hero. And we come down here for the drama of all that to experience it. It's lower vibrational, nothing wrong with it. We have different choices, right? But a big aha that we have in our lives, and when we realize there are no toxic people, like what? Well, explain that. Well, it's our thoughts that are toxic, not the people, right? We have toxic thoughts about individuals, like they shouldn't be treating me that way. They shouldn't do this. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't be that. And what's happening is people just have actions or non-actions, words or non-words. But where the drama starts is in here. We have thoughts, stories that we apply to what's going on. We have emotions we choose. We're choosing the story, we're choosing the emotions, we're choosing our actions, we're choosing our energy. Now, I did not agree with that when Spirit first told me that. I was like, explain that to me. Wait a minute. I'm the one making this story, but why do I feel the pain? Why do I feel like they're doing this to me? And they, of course, they're so gracious and took their time to thoroughly explain it to me that, it doesn't feel like we're making choices because we've been filled our entire lives with stories about what things are supposed to mean, should mean, need to mean, have to mean, must mean. Also, how we're supposed to feel, should feel, need to feel, have to feel, blah, blah, blah. All these opinions, popular opinions on when someone acts that way, this is what it means. But does it? Not necessarily, because when we start looking at things from the higher perspective, and that's what also the Lover's card comes in, is that we have a power of emotional choice. And so I can look at my mom. My mom can't put me on a guilt trip. I used to believe she could, but she can't. She can't manipulate me. um, her actions aren't toxic to me. I'm the only one that can do that to me. And so I love this, that it doesn't mean you have to interact with her. So just, take some deep breaths and go, okay, I can use this situation to realize what it is about my thoughts, my beliefs, my mindsets. How am I judging her actions, and how can I look at it differently? Because I'm taking her words and actions that are probably out of fear, and I'm using them to define me. And the big thing, a good thing to realize about humans is when our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, we, our intelligent, compassionate, loving side of us is turned off, and or at least booted out of the control center, because the little 2-year-old who's left in charge with its pet hissing cat is in charge of our survival, and it's going to do whatever it feels it needs to do to feel safe and in control again. Well, when you realize everyone is that way in every moment, with the lover's card, the power of emotional choice, every moment is either of fear or unconditional love. And so when you look at your mom's actions, or anyone's, even our own, but let's focus on everyone else first. When we look out there, we're like, look at all the stupid things people are doing. Look at all that unkind, unloving, all these people. Look at politics, look at religions, look at the world, look at wars, look all these people doing all this stupid, unloving, uncompassionate things. It's because they're doing it out of fear. Someone's feeling unsafe and out of control, that it's a little 2-year-olds acting, and when you're like, yeah, they do act like a little 2-year-old, a scared little 2-year-old. That's how people are acting. And so when you look at your mom and go, you know what, this toxic, these actions my mom are doing, she's in fear. And when we realize that's not about me, it's like when you swim out to rescue someone who's drowning and their arms are flying all over the place, and whoosh, they hit you upside your head. They're not doing it on purpose. They're panicking, and then they see you because they just hit you. Life preserver, they grab onto you and pull you underwater with them. And you're like, why are they trying to kill me? And they're not. They're panicking. Once get them under control, get them back to shore, and they're not drowning anymore. And they step out of fear and they reconnect to the loving, compassionate, intelligent side. They're like, oh, hey, when did you get here? They didn't even realize it was you, because it wasn't about you. This was them panicking. They were gone. They were out of their minds, literally. And the little 2-year-old and its pet hissing cat were in charge. So when you look at that, and then you realize, oh, I was feeling unsafe and out of control. So I'm gone, and my little 2-year-old's acting. So I might be saying stuff to them too. Who knows what hurtful things we've done to others, right? In their minds, we are just like, they were just my actions. What are you so upset about? And they're like, well, so are theirs. Their actions are non-actions, words are non-words. So, there's no right or wrong in spirit's point of view. Is it for your highest experience? They're like, if you don't deal with it with your mom, you're just going to bump into other toxic people, because your mom's being a mirror showing you your toxic thoughts, your toxic beliefs that maybe she was even part of teaching them to you when you were growing up. But you've got all these beliefs that are in here, these emotions that are in here below the surface, this energy you're putting out, and your physical actions. These are all belong to you and your choices. And so it's freeing for you. It's a mirror, and like, you know what? You can cut off people that are toxic, but you can run. But believe me, you can't hide. They will find you. Not your mom, other toxic situations where you'll be like, "Oh my God, they're toxic and they're toxic." And you're like, "Oh, I'm in a hall of mirrors reflecting back to me my toxicity that's happening in here, right? Or in here, or here." So hopefully that helps, Becca, and you'll be able to understand how you are guilt tripping yourself, how you're being toxic to yourself, because these are the mirrors. And believe me, we'll keep attracting the same mirrors over and over and over again, because they're our teachers. They're trying to show us what we want to see about ourselves, until we see it. And trust me, been through it, know it, resisted it, cried shenanigans to spirit saying, "How you guys can't be right. This can't be right." But it was so true, and it's so freeing, if you check out Byron Katie, if you haven't checked her out, she has a website, thework.com, TheWork.com. Even has a YouTube channel, Byron, KDBYRON, and then KATIE. Wonderful, sweet soul, has this beautiful Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, which is transformative, helped me with my uh, beliefs around my family a lot. And it still doesn't mean that you don't talk to them every single day and do all this stuff, but you realize a lot about yourself and it frees you in so many different areas too. So I know we went extra deep into your reading, and I think it was for more than just you and me. So thank you for asking the question. I feel like it does help multiple people. But that's what they have for you, Becca. Hopefully that helps. Hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Pinky, you are up next. So messages from your future spouse. Let's take a look here. What does your future spouse want to tell you from the future? All right. So you do have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups. I like this. Your spouse is pretty funny because they're saying, I am your dream come true, if you use this Ace of Swords and alter that dream. Because the Nine of Cups is the dream come true, one of the wish fulfillment cards. But the Ace of Swords is a beautiful gift from Spirit, which allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realms. And it allows you to get clarity around what this dream person is, this dream future spouse, because they're like, I am your dream come true. If you alter it and cut away some of these things, because we're realizing what is it truly that my high heart wants, not what my human has been taught to want. And that's where the clarity, they're like, use the sword, transform and cut away these other small t truths that are rooted in fear of who they're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, how the relationship is supposed to be, because it's too restrictive. It sucks the life out of your marriage. It sucks the life out of our relationship. When we have so many expectations, have to do so much just to get up to ground zero. And when we and get rid of all these things off the list, when we get this, it's abundance instead of just work to get back to ground zero. So I like that from them. They're saying, look at your belief around this long list of wish and go, what is of my high heart when I connect to a place of unconditional love, and what's of my human? And let's cut out the stuff from the human, because those are the things that are going to just make it so long before you guys can meet. And then when you do, it's going to cause so much friction. They're like, whittle them down now. I can come in sooner, and you're going to think I'm so much more amazing than you will if you keep that list. So that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Kelsbreek, you want to know, will SM reach out to you for a reunion? Let's take a look here. Based on current energies, is a reunion in the future. All right. Well, let's see. What's this other card here? I don't feel like there will be. You got the Fool card, which is a brand new adventure. Ending of old cycles, beginning of a new, fresh adventure. And the Queen of Swords is balancing the heart and the mind with these cards here. So I don't feel like they will reach out to you for a reunion, just because I feel like that Full card energy is just, they want to move forward without any expectations, without any attachment, and they've got a lot of stuff going on inside their head that they need to clear away, that they have learned all their life about everything that a relationship is supposed to be and should be, need to be, and it's too much. I just can't handle it. I just want to be free, because they feel like when they go into a relationship, it's like a little rabbit that gets trapped in a cage. They don't want that. And that has to do with them, not you. They've got this long list of supposed tos that were poured into their brain, probably by, mom and aunts and sisters and all these about this is what you need to do when you find a woman, all these lists, and they're like, oh my God, no one can live up to that. And they're right, no one can. But that's all in here. Even if you didn't voice it, it's in their head left over from everyone else. And so that's why I feel like they're like on the run. And so they're like, they require balancing between their head and their heart. And I don't feel like they're the type that do a lot of self-reflecting at this time in their life. That's why I don't feel like they would come back. You would be willing to look and analyze and let me balance and let's figure things out. But they're like, "Pshoo," and you're like, all right, they're doing you a favor. So allow them to go, look into your own heart, look into balance in your heart and your mind. What did you learn through this situation? Because it just helps you in the next one. They were a stepping stone towards your life partner. So that's what's coming in, Kelsbreek. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Lavina Esrani, hello, hello. So how does Aniket want to take this relationship? All right, let's take a look here. See what Aniket wants. What's going in? What's going on with them? What's their intention? At least based on their current energy. We'll see what's happening here. All right. They have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is the energy of, you know, wanting to take love to a higher place. But the Eight of Cups is the problem or the obstacle. The Eight of Cups is that they need to leave behind first. Before they're able to offer this Page of Cups, they need to look at what relationships and emotional energy they're investing in their life right now, because they need to be able to have emotional energy to give and to offer. But right now, it's like invested in maintaining old emotions that they are charged from growing up below the surface that they haven't touched. And then there's all these relationships that they're investing all this energy in, friends, family, exes, all this stuff where there's no emotional energy left. And so they're in this process of evaluating what they need to take back so that they can be able to offer it. So I feel like that's what they want to do, but they're very slow here at moving forward. And I have the Eight of Pentacles, which does show they're putting in some blood, some sweat, the tears, but I feel like it's not like extreme activity that they're doing it, slow progress. Wheels are turning, but it's going to be a while before they're able to offer, this, because they need to pull back emotional energy, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you, Lavina. So many blessings to you. And then Mizrak Bayin, hello, hello. Yes, you can have a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Nope, let me shuffle these up again here. All right. All right, I'll give you that one too. All right, let's take a look here. So, general reading, what do we have here? We have some movement. Okay, so with this Temperance card, there's been something that's been taking a while to unfold, something that you've kind of been holding back on making decisions on and moving on. And part of this tempering, this alchemy, we've got the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, which is where you've needed to really look at some belief systems around things and make some changes of seeing things from a higher perspective, removing some fears that we've had, which is bringing you into this beautiful Emperor energy, which is Aries and new beginning and action. A Knight of Swords, and this is action. You're going from Temperance, which was going back and forth, slowly creating something. But now there's this fruition coming in here with the Emperor, where you are realizing what it is that you want to do. You're getting clarity with that Knight of Swords on what you're wanting to do, what your next steps are, and now you're putting form and action around it. So the time here of waiting is over. You've put in all the work. You're putting the plan together and you're taking action, whether it's relationship or job, education, moving, whatever it is, whatever you've been kind of going back and forth on, not sure what you're wanting to do, being held back. This is stepping beyond those fears and taking action, having the courage to say, I'm the emperor of my empire and I'm going to do what I feel I want to do, regardless of all the advice everyone's giving you. You know what you want to do, and it's okay to move forward. So I like that for you. And that's what they got for you, Ms. Rex. So many blessings to you. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. I want to know, how are you perceived by people in general? So the consensus, let's see what Spirit wants you to know consensus wise. And of course, it depends on the people and depends on what people are going through. You know the drill. That's why you're asking in general. So in general, people see you here, queen of, I'm not queen of, the high priestess, who, someone who is very in tune, who knows the hidden, the unknown, very much, connected psychically, gifted spiritually. I feel like you know that. And the King of Wands, interestingly enough, one piece of the King of Wands, the Wands energy is spiritual energy, and the King is the highest, which is higher self and connection. So, a big piece of how people perceive you is very spiritually connected and, connected to the spirit realm. The King of Wands also represents kind of fiery personality. So they see you as someone that can get things done, that can really move forward, someone who can be passionate. When you're passionate about something, they're like, get out of the way because you can get it done, you can move toward it. And people do see you as attractive with this fire element coming in here as well. Um, I feel like the consensus in general is that you're very strong, and that can be intimidating to some people that aren't. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you are intimidating, it's that they are intimidated because, one, she knows stuff, your spiritual connection, you'd be like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, who told you that? That's a secret. I feel like that does scare people sometimes. They're like, oh my God, you can see into my soul. Don't look at me. Uh, but also this the strength that you have. Some people are like, how can you be so strong and so bold and that? And that's okay. You're not supposed to dim your light. This is who you wanted to be, the character that you wanted to play here. So don't dim your light. Um, it's what people need to see. So that's what's coming in right now for you, VD. So many blessings to you. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see, where are we at here? So Nat, you are up next. We just got a less than a handful left here. So Nat, you would like to know about the person that's coming in love. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about this person that's coming with love? Let me just shuffle these up again. Cards flying all over the place. All right. Right. So it's these two. All right. Well. Okay. Well, got the Page of Cups, which, not the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups and the Page of Wands. The Nine of Cups is like emotional dreams come true. I like that. And so emotion. They're able to offer and bring that. And the Page of Wands, heightened passionate energy, attraction, fieriness, both energetic and physical attraction, even like the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups, Knight in shining armor. So this individual that's coming your way does feel like a dream come true and gives you both the passion and the emotion. It just feels so like you will know them. It's almost like it brings in like past life just such a strong bond immediately. It just feels like you've got like lifetimes of energy going below the surface from that you've been lovers, you've been different relationships through many lifetimes where you meet each other. And I just feel like there's a strong bond and connection right off the bat. I don't feel like you will, that you will have trouble going, "I wonder if that's them or not." And you're like, "You mean that person over there that's glowing like a rainbow? Uh-huh, I wonder if that's them." It's like it's gonna be like that obvious feeling to you. You're like, "Is that a unicorn?" Because that's how different it's gonna be for you in a positive way. So, I like that for you, Nat Nat, and that's what they have coming in here for you. And then Shay B, hello, you are up. So, um, Anthony, and are you on the right path of healing your connection? Let's take a look here. Are you on a path of healing your connection, the highest path? And what else they want you to know here? Yeah, I feel like you are with the Two of Swords and the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is higher love, expanded love. Um, the Two of Swords is like there's two paths, it's like choice between two different directions. And I feel like both of them help you heal your connection, but one is of the mind, one is of the heart. And I feel like you have to go down both paths to heal because there's thoughts and beliefs in each of you that need to heal, and then there's emotions that need to be transformed. Thoughts of pain and maybe some resentments and different things, but also emotions that need to be transformed that are of fear as well. And you got the seven. Oh, look at this! You got the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So for the Two of Cups reunion and healing of the connection to happen, it is going to take time and patience for that to happen. Now, I know you probably have that patience ability. Not so sure about them, but that's what's coming in for you, Shay B. So just realize it takes mental and emotional healing and transformation. All right. All right, so many blessings to you. And then Pramia, you want to know how will your future spouse be? All right, let's see. What is Spirit willing to tell you about your future spouse? Let's take a look here. All right. Been getting this energy quite a bit here. We got the Six of Cups, past life connections. Ace of Wands, this passion, this energy. The Six of Cups with that Ace of Wands really tells me that it's going to be unreal for you in a positive way because it, like I was just talking about, you meet them and you're just like, I know you, and you have this bond that's below the surface that just goes back lifetimes, past lifetimes, future lifetimes. We won't get into all that, but there's just got this strong connection between each other where it's undeniable. Like you're just like, whoa, what is this? I've never felt like this before in this lifetime. It's like this draw that comes in, and it's this bond. You both feel it, and it just feels otherworldly. You got all these emotions that bubble up and these connections, the strong connection, the strong bond. And it's like best friends bumping into each other after being apart for a while. You're like, oh my gosh, it's just the strong bond. And that's what's coming in there for me. I like that. All right. So many blessings to you. And then my last reading here, and hopefully I didn't miss anyone. I've got Starfall coming up. And like I said, as soon as I finish, I will go put a list of these readings, how I completed them in order. If I missed anyone, biggest apologies. I will be back both tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. All right. So Starfall, you want to know, have you met the one that you'll be in a relationship with this lifetime or not? Let's take a look here. Like long term, you mean like, the one. Well, look at this. I mean, you got the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is you being alone in the outside world, and so I don't feel like you know them yet. Because with the 10 of Cups, there's so much joy and overflowingness. I feel like you wouldn't you wouldn't, you wouldn't even be asking. You would just know. You'd be like, "Oh my god, I don't even have" they're it. There's just so much emotional fulfillment and overflowingness that you'd be like, There's just no way that they can't not be them," because it's like, wow. So I feel like again, a lot of this energy coming in that I've been talking about, it's just, oh my god, you're a unicorn. It just you don't go, is that a unicorn? You're like, oh my god, it's a unicorn. That's the kind of approach and the energy I feel. So I don't feel like you do, because that 9 of Pentacles is like, 9 is the hermit's journey. I feel like you're alone, and you're going through this growth process of learning about uh, your worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way. You're looking inward and upward in this beautiful transformation. You're with spirit, learning a lot about yourself. And so I don't feel like you know them yet, because again, when they come in, just going to be like rainbow shooting out of their butt or something, there they are. All right. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. Hopefully that helps. And thank you guys so much for all your patience and waiting for these free readings. And if you're enjoying them, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And remember, every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. Of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your night or day, wherever you may be in the world. And until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care. We'll see you.